useful for group projects, as well as some periodical uh, team coding competition that will be held on HackerRank. All right, moving ahead, I'll just divide you all into different teams. One would be team bytecode velocity, and the other would be algorithm unlock. All right, so you're 11 now, and I guess it's better to divide you into three teams. All right, the third would be binary bandits. We have 11, so approximately 12 divided by 3, 4 in each as of now. So Anand, Dhruv, Namya, and Ridhima, you all will be in one team, that is bytecode velocity. All right, just give me a check. All right. Anand, Dhruv, and Namya, you can give me a check by raising your hands or writing in the chat. All right, thank you. There might be some problem with Namya, never mind. Moving ahead, we have Devi Shri, Kashvi, Priyanshi, and Ritvik in one team. I guess it's for Ritvik, Priyanshi, Kashvi, and Devi Shri in one team, algorithm unlock. And the last three, Suhani, Shoham, and Ritvik Patro, I guess. Only these three were left. You are in binary bandits. In case,
But
I guess.
Ritvik was in our group, like you said.
All right, I might have misspelled. Ritika, Soham, and Suhani in one group, and there were a couple of more children who are usual to the class. Three more, in fact. Uh, Deshna and Karthik and Yogita. So I'll divide them into different teams. Soham, Sohani, and Ritika, you are in binary bandits. You will also have Deshna Jain with you. And as for Yogita Shah and Karthik Mangla, we have three teams, right? So Dhruv, Anand, Namya, and Ridhima, if I'm not wrong. Team bytecode velocity, you will have Yogita Shah with you, and team algorithm unlock, that was Devi Shri, Kashvi, Priyanshi, and Ritvik Patro, if I'm not wrong. You will have uh, Karthik Mangla with yourself. All right.
Okay.
And just as I said, there would be team coding competitions, and one would be held in the last class of this month, that is fourth session of September. All right. I'll tell you how HackerRank works, but after we are done with some content. All right. Just confirm whether I'm visible and audible clearly.
Yes, you are.
All right. I'll just share my screen. All right. Just confirm me whether the screen is visible.
It's visible.
All right. Today we'll be starting with lists and their functions. All right. So what do you get in mind at first when you hear the word list? Anyone? List, guys. This what do you get the first thought in mind? Yeah.
Orders.
Orders. Very good. Sorry?
A to-do list.
To-do list, right? Oh, who was that? I couldn't hear you. Group of things. Absolutely. Good. As one of you said, ordered. Yeah. So lists are actually ordered set of things, and in Python the lists can contain any type of data. It can be homogeneous, it can be heterogeneous. Homogeneous and heterogeneous in the sense that lists can contain both uh, uh, what do you say, any kind of data like float. It can have all numbers as float, all numbers as integers, all numbers as string, or different elements with different data types, like one element is a string, another element is a float data type, another element is a boolean data type, another element is an integer data type. Lists can be anything, can contain anything. In Python, we define lists just in the way we define variables. Like we say, wait just a second, hashtag session. Hmm. So yeah, if I can just define lists just like I define variables. For example, my underscore lst is equal to square brackets. Just note that square brackets is what denotes the list. Like my name is refers to me, right? uh, if someone says Bhavnoor Singh, that's me. He or she is referring to me. Similarly, lists are identified by square brackets. And as I said before, I can add anything. For example, I can add BS, that is a string, and again 123, 132, never mind. That's a number, that's an integer. 10.25, that's a float point. I can add true, anything. It can contain anything. And as someone mentioned before, lists are ordered data types, sequences, to be more specific, which means their values can be accessed using indexes. Now, what are indexes? You must have seen in lists in common, जैसे किसी ने बोला था to do list. It was you make to do list like this, right? One, I want to do say homework, and second, I want to attend classes, and third, say want to play some say this kind of, like, right.
Yes.
So these are ordered. Like the first task is doing the homework, second task is attending the class, the third task is playing. Similarly, in Python lists, there is indexing. They have a number associated to them, and in Python, in fact in most of the programming languages, the indexes start from 0. That is, the index of the string BS would be 0. The index of the number 132 would be index 1. The index of 10.25 would be 2, and similarly the index of true, the boolean value true, would be 3. All right, it's not very difficult. Am I right? Sorry, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool. uh, all right, moving ahead, there's another way of accessing these. I'll just show you how to access using the normal way. Uh, if I want to print the first element, I can access it using the 0th index, right? The first element is the 0th index. The third element is having what?
True.
The third element The third element, not the element at the third index. I'm saying what the third element will have what index.
2.
Very good. The nth element will have n minus 1th index. Alright, so if I want to print 132 on the screen, the most simple way of doing that is my underscore lst, and to access the first index, that is in this case 132, I have to access 132, and using the index I can use square brackets and 1. This will what this what do we say, line of code will do is that it will access the element at this position, at this index. All right, so very easy. What would we see if I just ran this code? What would I see if I just ran this code?
132.
Exactly. And it's taking a bit of time. Just a second. Yeah, 132. There you go. Now, say I add a couple of more things. I say I want to create a list of, say, some food items I want for my birthday party. All right, I'll just recreate the list. Say I want a cake. Obviously, cake is necessary for a birthday party, and say pizza and cupcakes for, say, return gifts. That's not a very good thing to give, but never mind. Moving ahead, say party poppers. What else?
The happy birthday banner.
Absolutely
Balloons,
happy. Hmm?
balloons,
Sorry?
balloons.
Balloons. Yeah. How can I forget that? Balloons. Yeah. So how many elements do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I'll just give me a minute. This is the first, and this has the second index, and this has the third index. Sorry. And this has the fourth index, and this has the fifth index. Right? Now, I want answer from Shoham. Shoham, can you hear me?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah. What would the code be if I want to print party poppers on the screen? But obviously using the list.
Mm,
Okay, I'll
the
get to
number.
it.
I think the number should be changed to 4.
4. Let's see. If I do it like 4. Oops, I'm getting happy birthday
Sorry,
banner.
sorry, sorry. I just got confused with the numbers there.
Yeah, that's normal. At first, everyone gets confused in this. Just break it into steps. If I want to access party poppers, I have to know on what index they are. Even if I know it's the fourth element, like you said, 4. I know it's the fourth element. So if it's the fourth element, then index should be
4
Uh,
minus 1.
absolutely 4 minus 1, that is 3.
3.
And instead of writing 4, I will write 3, and then if I run it, I will get the output as party poppers. Are we good, Shoham?
yes, I understood it right now.
Good. All right. Uh, the other way I was telling you all about of accessing the indexes is negative indexing. Now, what's this negative indexing? Negative indexing means indexing from the last element, starting from the last element. The last element, though, has a index equal to, what did just happen? Control Z. Though has an index of 5, but I can also say that it has an index minus 1. Similarly, I can also say that happy birthday has index as minus 2. Similarly, party poppers has minus 3. This has minus 4, and pizza has Soham
-5.
minus 5, and cake has Priyanshi.
-6.
Good. -6. This is also a way of accessing the elements. All right. Now, if I want to print party poppers, there are three ways. Either I write my print my underscore list and then square brackets and then 3, that would print me party poppers, or I can do it the other way around. My LST square brackets and -3. I'll get the same output. Party poppers. Right? All right. Now, moving ahead, is it clear that how we access elements, how we declare lists?
What is the third way of doing it?
Third way,
You
there
said no, like there are three ways, but you told only two.
three. There must have been some mistake. I didn't say 3, but never mind. There, as of now, you just focus on these two ways. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Moving ahead, we have just like we had in strings, different functions. We have different functions in lists as well. All right. I'll just start with this. I will create another list. LST2 is equal to, I'll create a list of some random numbers. Say give me some numbers, 5 to 6 numbers.
7, 17, 13,
7, 17, 13,
61.
29,
29.
29, 15.
All right. I will create one more list, LST3 equal to now give me say 2 to 3 numbers, just a couple of few.
9, 20,
20,
51.
20. Thank you very much. All right, moving ahead, uh, the first function is append, dot append. Now dot append function, sorry, wrong spelling, append, right. Dot append function adds the given element to the end of the list. For example, whatever I write between these parentheses, that element would be added to this list. If I say lst2 dot append, then it will add that element to lst2. If I say lst3 dot append, then some element, it will add that element to lst2. For example, if I say 54 and then I print the list. In case you want to print the whole list, you can just say it like lst2, just like we did with variables, right? If I run it, I'll just comment these out. Run. Can you see 54 is added to the end?
Yes.
All right, moving ahead, there is one more thing. For example, I want to add a number, say 16. Just that should be just after 3. I mean that should be in between 61 and 13. So there is a way to do that. It's called the dot insert function, lst dot insert. Basically, like lst dot insert, it takes two parameters. It takes two necessary parameters. The first is the index where you want to add the element, and the second is the element which you want to add. All right. Now, what should be the index where if I say I want to add 16 between 13 and 61, what should be the index? What should be in place of index?
2 and 3, like between.
2, 1, 3.
2 and 3.
2 and
Because
3. Okay,
yeah.
you're saying 2 and 3. Uh, all right. It just takes one index. It won't take two indexes. Uh, say I want to add it in the. Can I say that instead of just pushing it in between 61, I can say that the 16 pushes 61 to the right hand side. All right. It says he get a bit aside, and I want to add myself in here. All right, the bodyguard of 16 says 61 to move a bit aside as 16 is coming. All right, so we can do it like, what is the index of 61?
3.
3. And the element I wanted to add is 16. I hope this goes right. And if I run it now, yep, there we go. We have added 16 in between 13 and 61. All right. If we did it, yeah, sorry.
Can you please explain it again?
All right. If I want to add an element at a specific index, like in this case, the index was 3. Yeah, 3. So I did lst2.insert, sorry, 3 comma 16. So 3, the first parameter is index, where you want to insert the element, and the second parameter is the element, and you cannot reverse it. It has to stay as it is. You cannot just write the element first and the index afterwards. All right. So in order to insert 16 at the third index, that is just after 13, that is just after the second index, that is on the third index, I have to write lst2.insert 3 comma 16, and there I have it, 13 comma 16 comma 61 here. Is it clear? All right. Moving ahead, we have another list function, that is dot remove. Now, I'll just add a couple of more things, 16 and 16 again, 2 16s, and I'll just comment these out for once. Yeah. Now, for example, if I have to remove the 16 from it, I can simply say lst2 dot remove 16. Dot remove function takes the element that is to be removed. Now, if I run it, sorry, I didn't print the list. Print lst2. Sorry, lst2. Yep. If I run it, why isn't it running? Run. Yeah. You can see that earlier I had 2 16s, but now I only have 1 16. To make it a bit different, just give me a second. Control X. I'll add this 16 after this. Sorry, Control Z. Now if I run it, can you see that 16 was removed, but only this 16 that lied between 13 and 61 was removed, but this 16 was not removed. So we can conclude from this that dot remove function only removes the first occurrence of uh, the element. If I wanted to remove both of them, I had to do it like twice. First, it removed the 16 that lied between 13 and 61, and then it removed the other 16. Did you get it?
Yeah, got it.
All right, good. Moving ahead, lst2.pop. Now, dot pop function is similar to remove function. It removes an element, but instead of taking the element as the for example, I don't know which what is the entry that I have to remove, but I know at what place it lies. If I have to remove this 16, what is the index of this 16?
3.
3. All right. So in order to remove the 16, the element at the third index, I can use lst2.pop and then write 3 in pop. If I print the lst2, I'll just comment this out, and if I now run it, see that 16 is removed. If I wanted to remove this 16, what is the index of this 16? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It lies at 6th index. Now if I run it, the 16 there is removed, but this stays as it is. All right. Any doubts? Hello.
No doubts.
All right. Thank you. Moving ahead, I have dot index function. For example, I create one more list, lst3. No, 3 is already created. I have bs and some random a, b, c, d, and ef. Now say this is the list of all the students in my class, roll number wise. I know it's not roll number wise, but just take it to be like that. And I want that what is the roll number of CD? What do you think is the roll number of say CD? Yeah, what is the roll number of CD? If this is the only list, no one else is in the class.
2.
That's the index. What's the roll number?
3.
3.
3, right? So now the question arises, this is just a small list. I can count on it on my own. Let's say I have say a college ki, class I have the list of all the students in the college class. There are 100 150 students in there. I cannot just count on my own, right? For that I can use the lsd4, right? lsd4 dot index function. Index function returns the index of the element. All right. If I write cd in here, and in order to get the roll number, I obviously have to add 1 to it because it gives me the index, and that is nth element n minus 1, right? 3. All right. It used this function to get the index of cd, that was 2, added 1 to it, and printed 3 on the screen. Are we good?
Yeah.
Any doubts you have, you can interrupt me in between anytime. All right. Moving ahead, I have dot count function. For example, I add one more 16 to it, 16, and say another 16. Now I want to count how many times 16 occurs in this list. For that, I have the count function. Print lst2 dot count 16. All right. Now this will return me how many times 16 is present in this list. 4. All right. This list is still a bit small. I can count it on my own, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But obviously, just enlarging it a bit, if I have hundreds, thousands, 10,000s of data, I cannot count it on my own, right? So I can use the count function for that. Moving ahead, I'll just comment this out. I have dot sort function. It's understood from the name itself. What do you think the sort function will do? Yeah, I'm waiting for the reply. Anyone?
Mm,
Yeah, sorry.
It will sort the list
In ascending or descending?
ascending.
Yep. If I don't write anything, if I just print lst2 dot sort and I just print it like this, I don't write anything else, it will sort it in the ascending order and it will, what did just happen? I'm sorry, just a second, sorry. That was my mistake. Control X, Control V, and then I print lst2. Sorry. And run it. Yeah, you can see that the list's been sorted according to the ascending order. But now I want the list to be sorted in the descending order. I don't want in the ascending order. For example, this is a group of these are the ages of a group of people. I want what is the highest uh, who is the oldest person, like basically what is the age of the oldest person. So I can do it like dot sort, and this dot sort function has a optional parameter which is reverse is equal to true. If I do it like this, reverse is equal to true, then what would it give me? It will sort the list in ascending order, and it will just return the list to me reversed. So if I reverse the ascending order, it will give me the descending order, right? And if I run it now, there I have the the list sorted in the descending order. All right. What happened to you all? You were so enthusiastic in the class earlier. Now there's barely any reply. Are you all okay?
Understood.
All right, thank you. Uh, moving ahead, I have dot extend function. Now, like I have an iron rod, and I want to I have a string, string in the sense thread, and I want to extend it a bit, like I want a longer string, but I just have two strings of small lengths. What can I do?
We can tie them.
Tie them together.
Exactly, and I can extend the string. Similarly, in this case, we can extend the lists. If I want the elements of these things, all the elements of this list, lst3, to be present, to be added to this, to lst2, I can use the dot extend function. I want to extend lst2, that is why I'll write lst2 first, lst2 dot extend lst3. Now what will happen is, it will just the lst2 would be 7, 16, 17, and so on till 15, and then 9, 20, and 51. All right. If I had to, if I didn't have this extend function, I had to use this append function n number of times, like the same number of times there are the elements in this list. All right. Extend function does that for us very easily. All right. Now if I print lst2, I will get, what will I get? I will get 7, 16, and so on till 15, and then 9, 20, and 51. This is the use of the extend function. It extends the original list with and joins it with lst and joins it with the iterable that is here, right? Iterable is anything that can be iterated through, that we can go through. Like we cannot go through the numbers, right? Like if I have a number 12,555, that's 1255, I cannot go through it that and access this its first element, its second element. I can not just say that this number and square brackets and then uh, third third element. I cannot access 5 from that, like in that way. Whereas in strings, in lists, in tuples, in dictionaries, or in sets, I can basically iterate through not exactly sets, but dictionaries, tuples, and lists and strings. I can iterate through them. I can access their elements. Right. Now, moving ahead, I have the reverse function. What happened? I just wanted to, yeah. If I want the reversed form of LST2, I can do LST2 dot reverse. Sorry, I didn't print it. My mistake. Print LST2. Now instead of 7, 16, 17, and so on being at the front, and 29, 16, 15 being at the end, it will reverse the list and give me 15, 16, 29, 16, 61, 16, 13, 17, 16, and 7. If I run it, there you go, the reversed list. Now, having known the sort function as well as the reverse function, can you think of another way of sorting a list in descending order without using this parameter? Can you think of some other way? Any wild guesses are welcome.
First,
Yeah,
uh,
go ahead.
first we can sort the list and then we can reverse it.
Okay, I have sorted the list. Reverse in what sense?
Like the list that has been sorted, to reverse that list. Like
Tell me the code. Like LST2 dot sort. Then what should I write?
I don't know.
All right. LST2 dot sort will give me a list that that has that is sorted, right? So I can just assign it to LST2 again. All right. And then the sorted LST2 will be assigned to LST2 variable again. And then I can do LST2 dot reverse. The analogy was right. The pseudocode was right. Reverse. Why is it showing that? Cannot find reference in none. Okay, I get it. Now it will work. It will first sort the list. It will return none. It will not return the sorted list. It will return none, but it will sort the list, original list, and then this function will then reverse the list. Now if I run it, print lst2, and then I run it, it will first sort the list and give me the reverse list, descending order. Or I guess, I'm not sure. This will be my first time testing it. Control X and Control V. If I do it like this, no, it cannot do, because sort function will return a none type object, and dot reverse function cannot reverse a none type object. So you cannot do it like this, but the other way around. Sorry. Yeah, like this. You can do it like this as well. All right, moving ahead to the next function is dot clear. Dot clear. I guess that's not much to explain. If I write lst2 dot clear and then I print lst2, what do you expect the output as? Ridhima, can you answer? Ridhima? Uh, I guess there must be some kind of connectivity issue. Never mind. Yeah, Soham, can you answer? What,
Yes.
what would be the answer if I did it like this? What would it print?
I think it will clear the list because it's the command dot clear. I think it will clear the whole list.
Absolutely. It will just print an empty list. Just square brackets only. All right. Now, are we good till now, everyone?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Moving ahead, I have the len function. Now, for example, I have a list of uh, people in a city. For example, I have a list of all the people in Delhi. Now I want to know, like, let us assume that the LST2 is only the list. Now I want to know how many people are there in Delhi. Never mind, just take city one. Delhi is very large. If I just take city one and these are the names. Assume these are names. Obviously, numbers cannot be names, but these are the names of all the people in city one, and I want to know how many of them are there. So I'll have to count it one by one. But say a city has 1,000, 10,000 lakhs. In fact, Delhi has 1.9 crore population. I cannot just count one by one. It will take me weeks. So for that, I can print on the screen lst2 sorry. I have the len function. Len lst2. What len lst2 does is it iterates through the list and increments the value of count. That means uh, as soon as it encounters another element, till the time it reaches the list, it increases a variable by one, and at the end it returns that variable. So that variable will actually be equal to the length of the list. Now just uh, focus on this difference, that the len function will not return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, since the last index is 9. So just make it clear in your minds that the len function will not return 9. It will return the actual length of the list starting from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will return 10 and it will not start counting from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. It will not do it like that. So now if I run it, I must get 10. Yeah, 10. Right? I can use len function for that. In fact, you can use len function with any, like you can use it with list, you can use it with string. For example, if I print len of Bhavnoor Singh, let's see how long is my name. Yep, 13. My name is 13 characters long. Let's count it. B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A full 13. You can use it with strings as well as tuples. Alright, moving ahead, I have the max function. Now, max function will return me, as the name suggests, it will return me the maximum value out of a list. Now, usually we use, and in fact, it's uh, assumed to be used with numbers only, and it makes sense only if you use it with numbers. It doesn't make sense if you use it with strings. And now if I print lst2, I guess it was max lst2, max lst2. Now it should print the maximum value in lst2. Yep, 61. And similarly, we have the reverse function, that is min. Min lst2 will return me the minimum value in lst2, that is 7, which means the oldest person in the city is 61 years old and the youngest child or the person in the city is 7 years old. We can assume it like that. All right. Now there are two more functions relating to the reverse function and the sort function. One is reversed. Do it like, yeah, go ahead.
Can we use max and min in alphabet?
Let us try that. Why not? I will just try that. LSD4 is equal to, I'll just in fact copy it from there, or I'll just uncomment this and use it with LSD4. Let's see what the output is. I'll just comment this out. Run. E, F, and A, B. That's genius. Now, what I think is it just shows the max. Like if I sort it, right? It basically sorts. It first sorts the list, and for finding the max, it will access the minus oneth, the element at the minus oneth index, which is the last index, right? And for the minimum, it accesses the first element. In fact, we can write the max and min function on our own. For example, we are given a list LST4, and we have to find just for making it much more sense, I'll just take LST 2 only. If I want to find the maximum out of it, I just explained it. What can I do? Yeah, go ahead. Who asked the question? Who? I couldn't hear you. No, Deshna isn't there. Okay. Ritvik asked. So Ritvik, how can I find out the maximum element from the list? Any guess? A wild guess. All right, I'll write it on my own. Uh, can I just sort the list and access its last element? Would that be the maximum value in the list? If I sort it in ascending order and access the last element of it?
Yes.
Absolutely. So now if I print LST2 and -1, I hope you might be familiar with this negative indexing. Now if I print it, it is giving me 61, which was the maximum value. And if I print LST2 and the 0th element at the 0th index, which is the first element, will be the minimum one. All right. Similar happened with LST4. If I do it like LST4 dot sort, and then LST4 here, LST4 here, and then if I run it, isn't it the same output? Right?
Yes.
All right. I'll just Control Z it as fast as I can. Yep. Moving ahead to the next function, that is reversed. Now if I write LST2 in here, what would you think would be the output? What do you think would be the output? Go ahead, I'm waiting for answers. What would be the output?
Maybe it will reverse the order of the list.
Absolutely. Now sorry. I should have written it like that. List. Also, this introduces us to a new function, list function, that converts any iterable into list format. Now if I run it, there's the reverse list. Now the question arises, what is the difference between dot reverse function and reversed function? Right? The basic difference is that the reversed function will return me a list, the reverse list, but it will not touch the original list. It will basically return the reverse, uh, what should I say? It will basically return the reversed list of the copy of the list. For example, this would show you in a better way if I say lst2 dot reverse and what is happening? Control X, and why is it so slow? And then I write LST2, right? And I just Control V, and sorry, and if I write then print LST2 and the 0th index, and now if I write print LST2 0th index, now you will be able to see the difference. If even if I have printed the reverse list, even if these both lists are reversed, the 0th element of this line is giving me 7, because this reversed function is not reversing the actual list. The original list remains intact. In fact, it returns a copy of the reversed list. Hence, that is why even if accessing the 0th index here, I'm getting 7 and not 15. But in this case, I've reversed the list and then printed the list on the screen, and the dot reverse function has reversed the original list, and that's why the 0th index I'm getting as 15. Did you get the main difference?
Yes.
Moving ahead, I guess it must be enough for today. All right, just two more functions left. I'll wrap it up as fast as I can. All right, the like I said, there's another function, like it's the sorted function. It does the same thing. It returns the sorted list, and the difference is the same as reversed, and is the same as the difference between reversed and reverse. The sorted function does not change the original list, but returns a sorted copy of the original list, whereas the sort function returns the original sorts the original list instead of returning a copy. Now if I just Control C and sorry, comment this out, Control V, and sorted, sorry, and sort, and now if I run it, you can see both the lists are the same. Oh, I'm sorry. If I do it like 3, now it would make a difference. Yeah, now you can see both the lists are exactly the same. Just the difference is that the sorted function did not change the original list, and that's why even after printing out the sorted list, it's giving me the element at 0th index as 7 only, whereas the sort function changed the original list and replaced it by the sorted list, and that's why if I access the 0th index after this sort function, I get 3. All right, are we good?
Yes, we're good.
All right, just the last function, and for this function I will need this list 4. The last function is the join function. Now what that does is it's this dot join, and then if I hover over it, what's sorry, never mind. Yeah, if you control and click in here, you can see the documentation in here. You can see the example. If I write in quotes dot join this iterable, it will return me a string made up of all the elements separated by this. Now can you guess what actually dot join function does is? Yeah, it's just like the sep parameter in print function. it accesses all the elements. Like in this case, it will access BS, AB, CD, EF, and it will print all of them on the screen with this thing in between all the elements. Now if I run it, I'm getting the output as BS hyphen hyphen AB hyphen hyphen CD hyphen hyphen EF. Did you get it?
Yes, got it.
And like printing, if I wanted to print all the elements of list 4 on different lines, either I would have done it like print LST4 and then 0th element, and then in another print statement I write LST41 and then LST42, LST43. That would have been a tedious task. Instead of doing that long procedure, I can just write \n. Isn't that an intelligent thing to do, right? It'll just insert this \n between the joints between all of these, which when printed on the screen will result in this BS \n, that is next line, AB, and then \n CD next line, EF next line. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we are done for today, and I'll be just giving you all the exercises in the same format in the file section. And in case any doubt, you can you can ask on the chat. And one small thing I wanted to ask, please everyone should reply for this, as it's a bit necessary. Next week, are you having any kind of classes after normal school classes in the weekdays?
Next week we have our exams.
Oh, you have your exams.
Like this week and on the next Monday.
All right. When will they end?
On Monday they'll end.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. All right. Next week you all are free after Monday. Any day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. Tuition classes are going in the evening, right? So they'll be starting from 3 onwards, right? After 3 only. Mostly. So will you all be free like the next Thursday around 1:30 or so, or you'll be having some kind of workshops?
I'm free. Priyanshu this side.
All right. Anyone else who's not free that day? Because I guess some of you are having your those workshops or something. You can answer on the chat if you can. I'm unable to unmute. Ridhima, you can write on the chat only. Ritvik, will you be free next Thursday? Like, or you are having any kind of workshops or something? All right. The timings somewhat like 1:30 to 2:30 or 1:30 to 2. All right. I guess a couple of you are not able to unmute or something. I'll just leave a small poll or something. You can answer in there. You can choose the day you are comfortable and enter the time as well. And I wanted to schedule a sort of a casual session with you all. No studies and anything. So that's why I was asking. You can reply in that, and we'll check it the next week. All right.
Okay.
Okay, then I guess we are good to go. And all right, we'll meet you in the next week. Till then, happy learning.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.